Bukan ini nggak masalah ini.
Cek. Cek.
Cek.
Cek.
Tes.
Cek.
Tes. Tes.
Cek.
Tes. Tes.
Cek.
Tes. Tes.
Cek.
Tes. 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 Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, and Salam Kebajikan. Your Excellency, Professor Nurdin, MSc, MCAS, as the Dean of Faculty of Public Health, Tadulako University, or the representative. Your Excellency, our guest speaker, Associate Professor Mahendran Abuputi Afanazam from Faculty of Sports Science and Recreation, University Technology Mara, Malaysia. The Honorable Siti Ika Fitrasyah Asgazat, MSE, as the Coordinator of Nutrition Study Program, Faculty of Public Health, Tadulako University. The Honorable all the Lecturer of Nutrition Study Program of Faculty of Public Health, Tadulako University, and all of the participants that we are proud who have the opportunity to attend this event, named International Expert Lecture 2022. First of all, let us praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us the grace and the healthiness. Salawat and salam also pray to our Prophet, Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, so we can still gather in this activity to gain knowledge from our extraordinary speaker. Even though it must be done online, I really hope that we will be in healthy condition until this pandemic is gone. Well, we do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for the late due to the technical issue. Second of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Fatima Zahra, as the Master of Ceremony that will lead this opening session. Third of all, let me read the schedule of this opening session. The first one is opening that is going on right now. The second, singing the national anthem of Indonesia Raya. The third is a welcoming speech. And the fourth is praying The last one will be documentation as well as closing. Well, the next agenda will be singing Indonesia Raya. Audiences are requested to sit up straightly. The audiences, you may stand up, please. The audiences, you may have a seat. The next agenda is a welcoming speech from the coordinator of Nutrition Study Program, Faculty of Public Health, Tadulako University, as well as to officially open our lecture today. To Mrs. Siti Ika Fitrasyah, SGZ, MSc, please, the floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning, the Honorable, our distinguished speaker, Associate Professor Mahenderan Apuputi, FNSM from University Teknologi Mara, Malaysia. Welcome to our international lecture organized by Nutrition Study Program, Tadulako University. The Honorable lecturers and academic staffs of the Nutrition Study Program, Faculty of Public Health, Tadulako University, the Honorable Ansar Mursaha SKMMKes from Poltekkes Kemenkes Palu as the moderator who will chair the lecture today. All of our beloved students and attendances. First of all, let us express our gratitude towards the Almighty whose blessings are always with us so that we all can be here in good condition and health. It is such an honor for me to give a welcome speech in International Expert Lecture, Nutrient Modulation in the Immune Response. This activity is one of the efforts to meet the vision of Nutrition Study Program Tadulako University, a study program with international standard in development of disaster-oriented nutrition science and degenerative disease prevention. This international expert lecture aims to extend information to students and other like-minded audiences about nutrient modulation of the immune response locally, to improve students' creativity and courage to be more active as a supplement to the regular course, and to improve ability of students to be more optimistic. I hope all participants can follow the expert lecture thoroughly. Please take some important notes, and should you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask. Last but not least, I would like to congratulate all the committees for preparing this event well. I hope every single effort can be beneficial and benevolent for us. Amen. With the word, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, the International Expert Lecture on the Nutrient Modulation of the Immune Response on June 18, 2022 is officially open. Wabillahi taufiq walidayah, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning.
Well, thank you very much for the welcoming speech. The next agenda is the recitation of the prayer that will lead by Mutamimul Ula. Please, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wa subahul khair. Asmahu li'an aqra al-salah bit-tariqat islamiyah. Wa atlub minal adyanil ukhra an tatakayfa ma'aha. Linabadal as-salat ma'al suratul Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim Maliki Yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Allahumma shalli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad. Salatan tunjihna bihadsa min jami'il ahwali wal afat. وتقضي لنا بها جميع الحاجات وتطهرنا بها من جميع السيئات وترفعنا بها عندك على الدرجات وتبلغنا بها أصقال غايات من جميع الخيرات في الحياة وبعد الممات إنه سميع قريب مجيب دعوات ويا قاضي الحاجات. Allahumma inna nas'aluka salamatan fid din wad dunya wal akhirah wa afiatan fil jasad wa sihatan fil badani wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fil rizqi wa taubatan qabla al maut wa rahmatan 'inda al maut wa maghfiratan ba'da al maut. Allahumma hawin 'alaina fi sakaratil maut والنجاة من النار وعفوا عند الحساب. قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. شكرا جزيلا لكم استجاب الله لجميع صلاتنا. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. وصباح الخير مرة أخرى.
Well, thank you. As the closing of this opening, we would like to have a documentation of this event. To all of the participants, please turn on your camera. And for all of the participants who are in this room, the group picture will be taken in the end of this activity. To the moderator, please, you may have a picture. Thank you. The next one, I would like to read the guide of our activity, so the audiences, please listen carefully. The first guide is participant must activate the camera if there are no networks problem. The second, when asking question, participant can use the raise hand feature or chat box features. The third, participant can turn on the microphone only when the moderator allowed to activate it. The fourth, participants must use the available virtual background. The fifth, participant should rename the Zoom name with the format name_your institution. And the last one is when asking question, participants are recommended to use English. And if it cannot, then the moderator will have to translate it. Okay, before we start our agenda, let me introduce our special moderator, Mr. Ansar, BSCPH, MPH. Allow me to read this CV. The name of the moderator is Ansar BSCPH, MPH. He born in Luwu, South Sulawesi on 27 December 1986. He lived in Madani Indah Residence, Blok A, number 10, Mamboro, Palu, Palu City, Central Sulawesi, Indonesia. And Mr. Ansar has a motto which is, the more you give, the more you receive. On educational background, in 2009, he graduated from Hasanuddin University, Makassar, Indonesia, with a bachelor degree program in public health, community nutrition. And in 2012, he graduated from Hasanuddin University, Makassar, Indonesia, with a master degree program in public health, community nutrition. He is such an outstanding person with many scientific publications. Some of them are, first is basic health research or RISCASDAS with a position as a regency supervisor. The second, survey of child under 5 nutritional status in Central Sulawesi with a position as a regency supervisor. And the third, with the title of research is positive deviance behavior among low socioeconomic non-stunted children family in Sigi, Central Sulawesi with the position on a researcher. He also active in some professional organizations such as in 2017 until now as a member of Indonesian Public Health Bachelor and Professional Society or PERSAKMI Regional of Central Sulawesi. In 2017 until now, as a head of Seminar in Scientific Publication Unit, and in 2021 until now, he is the head of Indonesian Food and Beverage Foundation or YAMI Regional of Central Sulawesi. Well, he also being involved in some international training or course on health and nutrition. One of them is a course on developing a competency-based curriculum organized by Field Epidemiology Training Program or FETP in Thailand. Okay, to begin this event, I would like to give a chair to our moderator, Mr. Ansar BSCPH MPH. To Mrs. Ansar, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. First, I would like Dr. Mahendra, am I audible? Check. What about this one?
Yes, good.
Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to the main session of International Expert Lecture. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for the coordinator of Nutrition Study Program, Ibu Siti Ika Fitrasya, Bachelor of Nutrition, Master of Science, and all the faculty members of Nutrition Study Program, Faculty of Public Health, Tadulako University. We would like to say welcome to all the participants, the offline participants and online participants. And also, we would like to say that we are honored to have you today.
Cannot hear. I can't hear you. You are on mute.
What about now?
Yes.
Am
Yes.
I-
It's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Yeah. But you are echoing, yeah? Now we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Check.
Yes, good.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. There is a technical problem.
No issues.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to continue the short profile of Dr. Mahendran. He holds a PhD in nutritional sciences, focusing on nutrition, immunity, and exercise performance from University Kebangsaan Malaysia, MSc in Sport Science from University Science Malaysia, BSc with honor in nutrition and community health from University Putra Malaysia. At present, he is the Vice President of Nutrition Society of Malaysia, and he received the Fellow of NSM in 2016. He also served as Vice President of Malaysian Association of Sport Medicine, Vice President of Malaysian Society of Body Composition. He was also elected to the Federation of Asian Nutrition Societies as Executive Council Member 2019 to 2023. In 2021, last year, he has been elected as the scientific advisor of the International Sciences Institute, ILSI, Southeast East Asia region. He also served in the Clinical Care Committee for World Obesity Federation. His research interests are on functional food and exercise science. He chairs the Malaysian Vegetarian Dietary Guidelines and contributed as a key writer for the Malaysian Dietary Guidelines. He has worked closely in the capacity building of nutritionists through CNLP, and he is also the chairperson of Malaysian Nutrition Leadership Program, and also in Southeast Asia Public Health Nutrition Leadership Program. Actually, the real curriculum vitae of Mr. Mahendran is about 33 pages. So I'm sorry, I cannot describe all of that to you. So this is the very short profile of him. So I think there will be time for you if you want to know more about Dr. Mahendran. You can see the publication or you can see the profile of him in his university. Okay, Dr. Mahendran, we have time about an hour. There around 40 minutes to deliver your presentation and around 15 to 20 minutes for question and answer. We would like to remind to all the participants, if you have a question, you can put your question on chat box. You can write it in English or in Bahasa Indonesia, no problem. We will translate it to you. So do not hesitate to put all your questions. We hope the time allocation will be enough. So enjoy the presentation today. The title of the presentation today will about nutrition modulation of the immune response. And this is something that we are going through during the pandemic and also some of the cases, not only COVID-19, but now we are facing like such as hepatitis and another kind of attention of immune response. Especially during this pandemic, because this pandemic, it's maybe we don't know when it will be end. So we have to be patient, and today we are going to have new insight, a new knowledge that might be we never heard it before, or maybe it's something that we have to hear from another perspective. So, Dr. Mahendran Apukuti, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ansa. senang. Selamat pagi semua ya, selamat siang. And I hope I will talk as low as possible so that you can understand and then put your question. Kalau di bahasa Indonesia pun bisa ya, tidak masalah. Continue, ask question. That's more important. Ask question ya. Jangan khawatir, jangan risau kalau soalannya nampak mudah. Tidak ada soalan yang mudah, tidak ada soalan yang sukar. Semuanya adalah bagus untuk ditanya. Inilah peluang untuk tanya soalan. Saya bukan pakar semua bidang ya. Saya tahu sikit. Saya tengah share to all of you. I try to my level best to share the information that I have gained from all these years on the area. I think the moderator put it very nicely. I don't go worried about 30 pages of my CV and everything. That is for office saja. Untuk ini adalah penting. Modul yang dibagi untuk saya, memang bidang saya. Memang saya minat dalam bidang ini. Sebab apa? This is our nutrition field. And nutrition explore in many ways. This is very important. All of you kena faham, then you can understand and do more research ataupun work on this area. That's very important. Let me share my PowerPoint. Okay, boleh nampak ya? Can see ya? Right. Sorry ya, dalam bahasa Malaysia boleh means bisa ya. Okay. So this is my name, Mahendran, daripada Fakulti Sains Sukan dan Rekreasi, UiTM. I will show you University Technology Mara. Biar tak ada dalam satu tempat, kita semua, seluruh Malaysia, kita ada kampus. Kita ada 12 cawangan kampus, and then 21 cawangan satellite campus. Campur semua 34. I berada di kampus utama di Shah Alam. Kalau turun di KLIA di airport, about 45 minit you akan sampai di kampus Shah Alam. And we have graduated about almost 100,000, 1 million student. So we have currently about 185 student, 185,000 student ada. Satu Malaysia. So that will be the highest number of the university. Kita the largest and we are the biggest university in Malaysia. Alright. This is the campus yang you akan nampak di kampus Indo. Di sini tempat saya punya fakulti, and ini adalah chancellery, di mana kalau Dr. Ansa or di Universitas Tadulako can come over and visit our universities. I welcome all of you there. Thank you very much for inviting me. This is a very important topic and very interesting area to explore. So kalau duduk lama tak bagus, in sport science kita tidak galakkan duduk lama, so bergeraklah kaki ataupun stand up, and tapi listen. That's more important. So there's no conflict. We have not been asked to talk about industry products ke apa, saya tak ada. I declare awal-awal. So what is objective daripada webinar ini? We wanted to know the role of nutrition in relation to the immune system and viral infection. I think the moderator, Dr. Ansa, already mentioned about it. We are facing, and also the MC also talking, all of us have to be isolated and everything. Why? Because of the viral that is going on now. And also, because I'm from sports side, I did my PhD work in the exercise. My PhD work is actually nutrition and exercise immunology. So saya akan kaitkan kedua-duanya dan bawa kepada anda supaya ada minat dan understanding, exploration dalam bidang. So this is the COVID yang kita sudah suka tak suka kita hidup dengan dia. We are living with this COVID. We have to go with it, and we have to terpaksa dalam endemic now. Pandemic sudah habis, endemic. So we are in the mode of moving forward. We have to live with it. How to live with it? This paper, nutrition is the most key point. Dalam bidang ini, masa inilah bidang pemakanan dibagi, nutrisi dibagi paling satu, number one. Because every single thing, diet is the major role. We should be proud. Don't you're going to be a nutritionist, you should be proud, because this is the area that the whole world talk about it. So immune health, what is immune health? I know it's a very complex and very difficult to explain and everything, but it is within our body, we can understand. So it is a work of connected cell and against all the harmful microorganisms. Kita tak nak dia masuk. We got so many entry in the body, including our skin as a barrier. We have innate immunity inside there. The neutrophil, natural killer cell, NK cell will start fighting and get rid of all these people. And then we have T and B lymphocyte. This is another area to what they call a system that in the body to protect our body. So there's 3 lines of defense that taking care. I'm putting it very, very simple. If you go for immunology classes, it's a big classes, yeah. So we cannot go all that. So Professor Amu from my supervisor and also my collaborator from Monash University of Malaysia, and this slide belongs to her. She prepared. So what is that? We work together in the work of nutrition immunology side. So what do we see that immune system take against the pathogen, either bacteria, virus, parasite, it will prevent, it will fight, it will acquire the immunity, it make your body to fight back. It also repair, it also remove the old cells, red blood cells and everything, and also remove the dead cells, tissue, debris, tumor. This is a repair and healing. And also identify, destroy the abnormal cell. This is the cancer cell that immunity also play a role on that, because immune have a role on many parts in the body system. And then undesirable effects, immunodeficiency, allergy, autoimmune disease. So all these things have a role for us to play. Sorry. All right. And also how we take care of our body part. So the whole entire immune system, this is a major role they're playing in the body. And Prof. Amu also mentioned about it that immune responses work in the innate and adaptive, and then it works in the systemic level and mucosal in the any liquid phase and salivas and everything. This is where immune responses take their action. They work within the body system to fight back every single pathogens that trying to coming inside the body. So what is nutrition immunology? If you see in the paper in PubMed, from 1940 up to 2022, it's growing up. Many people didn't know about this nutrition immunology. It's a science that continuously explore nutrition effects on the function of immune system. So this is another area that we need all the nutritionists or people working in the nutrition field to explore and learn more and emphasize on this paper. There's so many papers that you can see that they started with the recent papers here, nutrition immune system, a complicated tango, dancing, you need two person to dance. You can't dance alone. Your body can do that, but you need another application, which is the nutrient going to help you part. And then recent advancement, you can see immunology, how the pills and everything there. Plenty of things are there, and you also can see immunological aspect on sport nutrition. That's my area that I explore. I choose this area I wanted to learn more things inside there. If you read this paper, recent paper, influence on nutritional factor in the immunology outcome is 2021, but it published this year. So you can see many aspects are coming up in this nutrition immunology side. And then the other area another exploration is actually nutrition, exercise immunology. Why? Because my field that I wanted to see a diver, how they exercise, and immunology is helping. So it started until now is growing. Is growing. There's more and more people are doing. Then in the end, it's actually personalized nutrition and exercise guideline is going to come there. Sorry. So I going back again on the our innate and also how innate activate the antigen part, and then the T cells being activated, where your cellular immunity and humoral immunity take place there. B cells produce the antibody. All these things are made easier to understand due to the COVID pandemic time. So why we wanted? Because we wanted to create an antibody that can protect us on this kind of a disease or the pandemic that we are facing. So all are in line so that we know what is immunity, and then we go a little bit on the exercise part. So if you understand this part, how it is from the innate, you find some resolution to clear the pathogen. If it is not able to do so, our body takes the place. They created like cytokines can be produced, and then it can react to the T cells, and then T cells will start reacting on the B cells already. So that's where this inline of it, and then the natural killer cells or the CD8 or CD4, they will start doing their job to take care of our body. So now, how these things apply in sports, that's another area that we need to explore. So acute changes. Sometimes if you learn properly, what we say that even exercise can be stressful for body. Those who never do exercise, suddenly they do exercise, is a stress. Is a considered stress. And when they start doing more regularly, and then these changes take place in the immunology side will be subside. They will come to a normal harmonized level. So this exercise will work on the NK cells and neutrophils, monocytes, and all the range in the blood system. So they go against the pathogens and they go against the cancer cell. If you have cancer, then this is why we say exercise helpful for the cancer patients. So why it works with the immune cells. So it also reduces the systemic inflammation. So blood will help to take care of their body, because wear and tear in the muscles and everything, you can't run away. Immune is always there for our body because it works very directly with the nutrient base. So what is the risk factors for infection? When we talk about risk factors, there's plenty of risk factors that are attacking us now. Also, every corner, left and right, is this kind of pathogens moving around. So what happened is exposure. We already exposed many things. We know very well now the COVID is a part of it, and now monkeypox is around. So we have to be very careful how we can take care. And the next step is actually our status of the immune system, our own body. Are we healthy or not? Are we maintain our level or not of the immune system? That is very important. We really need to ask the question every time and take care properly of our body. So one of the factors that have been listed, some of the factors that are listed is like a common cold and flu seasons. In Malaysia, we don't have that part. Of Indonesia, we don't have that part, autumn and winter, but we have monsoon, rainy seasons. So that's another area that we really need to be taken care of also. Poor hygiene and exposure, if it is your food or your place, your body, you don't clean up your body, you are inviting more problem for infection. Long haul of traveling, because now they are already open for traveling and everything. There's a chances for you to get, and it's a different time zones and everything. So your sleeping time is been affected. Your exposure in the flight with so long hours is going to be high. So this is also another low energy availability. You don't have that much of energy taken. Proper improper food, balanced diet is not practiced. High stress, you are very depressed, and you are too tension with this kind of works and everything. Students, you are also stressed because when the exam comes and everything, you also don't sleep very well. So you need to improve that part. High training load for the sports people. So all these things have a role to play for infection. Yeah? And how this thing in sports, how we put it is URTI means upper respiratory tract infection. When you are in sedentary, you are in the normal category and you don't have. But when you start doing exercise, what happens is you reduce the what we call the risk of getting the URTI because your body is reacting. Remember, we show how the acute changes in exercise. So this curve will go up. That means your risk factor goes up to 2 to 6-fold up when you do exert yourself too high load of exercise. This is we call J curve. So this J curve is founded by Professor Neiman from US. He is the one who found out this part of this J curve or J shape. High intensity exercise increases the infection risk. So this is what he is telling us. Moderate exercise is the best kind of a thing. So immune cells are too many and there are plenty of works in the body, and the immune functions from vitamins to the probiotics. I think in Indonesia, probiotics mustn't be a problem because all of you eating tempeh. So this is our local food, our own food is the best that we have to tackle up. From neutrophil, monocytes up to dendritic cells and K cells, like Prof. Amu, her area more on dendritic cells. So she wanted to see how the B cells and the reactions and how is the NK cells. Another group of my researchers looking at the NK cells. So all these things have a role for us to look at it and see how enzyme, how we call the immune can help us by food base. So nutrition post selections, how you really, if you're underweight, definitely has a problem. Overweight, obesity, you have a problem. Aging is have a problem. So we are growing older, the chances for us to get infection is very high. So how these things all work is actually nutrition is the key point to play around. So this is where nutrisi, sanaman, and immune are the one who improve your prestasi sukan. Ataupun in a way, in a guts, in a system is actually your overall health status as well. So this is what we are trying to do it for our athletes and also normal people. So how does nutrition affect infection? It's because of the pathogen entry, and once it's enter, it will start affecting our body and regulate the immune cell immune response. They go and disturb the immune system. Vaccine efficacy, if the vaccine is not working, and this is going to be a problem. This slide belongs to Prof. Mediani from the US, and she presented in ILSI during this COVID talk on nutrition and infection. So what they say mentioning about it, the changes mobility by regulating oxidative stress and inflammation, reduce the pathogen, the fighting effects there, impact the microbiome. Microbiome here is the gut system khusus kita. Itu adalah penting, perlu dijaga setiap masa. That's very important. How does nutrition affect the immune? We learn about J curve. You can see now the opposite side of the curve. The shape of it. Why? Because if you don't taking proper diet, the immune going to drop down. Then you take an adequate level, it goes up. When you take too much of nutrient, that's the immune function is going to go down as well. So there's a very simple manner. Everything is to be moderate. That is more important that I always emphasize to anybody. So how tolerant are we with the immune? Are we working with it? Our immune system is suppressed or inflamed. So this is the where we have to answer. We have to see our body reaction to all these interleukins and also to the cytokines and also the antibody T cells productions. We need to keep at neutral level at all point of time. So all these things are important cells that we really need to work on that. So come back, nutrition and the immune system again. I'll go in depth now. We'll come back with the food and everything later on. So medical science already established that a good nutrition is the most important. And now the whole world is talking about it, as I mentioned about it. And then even the moderator, Dr. Ansar, was talking, immune system, come back to the nutrition side. And then we understand immune function decreases as we age. When we grow older, it goes. But maintaining the healthy nutrition may retard. If you don't do proper maintaining it, and it may disturb the diet, what they call the immune, and it also is stopped if this thing declined. The nutrition. Poor nutrition definitely will have a dysfunctional of the immune system, susceptibility to your chances for you to get more infection, cancer, and slow healing from injury and infection. That's quite common things that we have really look into. So to remain healthy largely depends on the healthy immune system. How? This is where we have to take care of our body system, so that body take care of our whole entire systemically and take the system work efficiently. Factors, the immune system, banyak ya. Ada umur, when you grow older, nutrition, moderate exercise, you need to do some exercise, genetics, drugs and medication, you have to be very careful what you are eating. Immunosuppression drugs are available also. You have to be very clear in the pharmacology side as well. Others, sleep. Don't forget to sleep. Stress. This is nothing that we can't overcome. Smoking, if you are, please try to reduce. Don't stop immediately. Reduce slowly, gradually, and stop it. Infection, if you have an infection, you have to look at it, how to get rid of this infection. Gut microbiome, that's another area that really need to explore by nutritionists in the research wise or in the public health wise. So I always say nutrition, you can't run away. So medical science, this is, I think I repeat back the same thing. Okay. And then the network of interaction between nutrition and immunity. You see how post diet, in the end, if you look at it, the diet that you are eating is also because of the feeding behavior, how you eat. You enjoy, you eat more. You don't enjoy, you eat more also. This is how human beings works. Some people are stressed, they don't eat. Some people are stressed, they eat too much as well. So this is where we have to really look at it. So whatever you eat will have an impact on the whole immune function. Definitely the whole, in the end, the status of the body is affected because of the diet that we are eating and the gut system. People forget, usus saja tak ada apa, dia cerna, hadam dan serap nutrient saja, bukan kerja lain. No, sorry. Gut is the major organ that play large roles in the body, especially in immune system also. So diet, and it's the same pictorial method. So if you are eating properly, then you get your intestinal secretion, mucus semua cantik, dah baik, and you also can give you a short chain fatty acid, some vitamin B12 and everything can come into your host and your body get better. So circularity wise, this is how the immune, it all works in the gut system to the brain. My current focus is actually on the brain now and the gut microbiota. From this digestive system goes to here. In sports, we are looking at it, how is it works, especially using probiotics. Now, how is the probiotics work? We will go inside immune and then we look at it other aspect as well. So there's plenty. So in this COVID, there's so many pandemic have given us talk about healthy diet. Then we will talk about vitamins and and good practice hygiene recommendation. This is how we can get rid of this COVID business. And we are already overcoming it. So nutrition dan immune, there's so many components inside that. Semuanya ada di mana-mana, di Indonesia, di Malaysia, and everything. Dapatkan bahan makanan daripada keluaran negara sendiri. Your own food, your own grown food, that is more important than other outside food. So choose the food properly. The food that you need to eat is always available in our own side. So nutrition in immune is always talk about macronutrient, micronutrient, supplements some people were trying to take about it, and bioactive components inside there. So this is all available from the food itself. So no worries about it. You can still get it. So if you take a proper diet base, rice or anything, you must take it in the right full manner, the quantity, the portion size and everything. So look at it, plant-based food more. Now the whole world is talking about plant-based food. We've been talking in this Asian population, we've been talking for many years, but nobody listened. But now the whole world is talking about it. Must take plant-based diet, and it must be encouraged now. Planet diet they call it, and colorful vegetables and fruits and everything. Zincs, it's a common food that people are using it. You can get it from all these type of seeds or wheat or even meat. You definitely can get it. Magnesium is another role that we really need to look at it and take in this kind of immune properties. Folic acid, don't forget about it, because that's where your great cell productions are all taking place. I'm not going to talk about the role of folic acids and everything. We all are nutritionists. We know already where to get all these products. This is all commonly available in Asian populations. B6, you can get it from fish, drumsticks, what do you call, beans, and there's so many. All look at it. This is a common diet that we always have it in part of the Malaysia, Indonesia, and beta carotene. I know in Indonesia you all love to eat the ubi kayu, the ubi clay days, and there's so many type there. So choose and enjoy it. Some of the words are in Tamil words. This is all for the other groups that I presented in the Tamil for Indians people. So this is all the beans and fishes and common fish. No worries about it. We still get selenium and everything. So you need the ALA, DHA, EPA. All we can get it from our own local grown food base. And now people talk about the fish oils. So look at it, how far is important. And if you can take from the fish itself, go for it. But there are roles to play in these things. In sports, yes, we're looking at it. One of my work studies we did in omega-3. So we are looking at that kind of studies in nutrition, immunology side. So, saranan, definitely tidur, senaman sederhana, elakkan stres, sila ambil makanan yang mengandungi vitamin and mineral daripada buah-buahan. Very, very easy to get. And all these things avoid your penyakit, even COVID. So conclusion, I've come to a conclusion. Nutritional inadequacy impair the function. Kalau tak mencukupi, then your immune definitely got impacted. This is known. All nutrition is known. Macronutrient, we really need to look at it. The PUFA and omega-3, micronutrient, the zinc, vitamin, and vitamin E. Vitamin E, we got it from palm oil, basically, mostly. And then phytochemicals, functional foods like probiotic, green teas, and everything. Kalau tak ada green tea, tak apa, jangan risau. Probiotics, yes, please go and take your tempeh. I've been told in Indonesia, yeah, they have tempeh juice for sports people also. So you see, very innovative. I'm really happy on that kind of thing. So we need to do more, and this kind of research must come far. So nutrient and nutritive food component that relate to their functions and improve the pro-inflammatory, promotion of anti-inflammatory, modulation of cell-mediated. All these things are needed to be taken care by your macronutrient and your micronutrient. So what's the way forward? One of the recent papers was talking about it. We are looking at therapeutic strategies. We wanted to also preventive, and we wanted to be way about the disease. So how we wanted to take care, you really need to do a gut studies, you need to do epigenetic, genetic-based studies, and also immune system. See, you can't run away. You can't go anywhere. You may need to look at a single nutrient. You may have to look at randomized control. All these things also are the way forward that we are looking at it. What randomized controls trials, we really need to do single nutrient controlling the other dietary and environmental factor control. Then one tempeh saja. So mungkin tempeh ada jenis lain ke. Kita nak tengok the strains that the bacteria growth inside there. So we have to lactic acid bacteria. How is it works? Mechanistic studies that we really need to study the microbes, epigenome, genomes. So nutrigenetic and nutrigenomics are the area to explore in the immunity as well. And then try to control for the sex, ethnicity, and race. So this is all I really need to improve to check on the research, and also our dietary intake method. That's very, 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 very difficult, but we have to do that part. So what will be my take-home message? Have a good nutrition, healthy eating habits, do regular sports or exercise, sleep sufficiently. If that you have done, you definitely can do every single thing. Terima kasih. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Mahendran, for a wonderful presentation. I hope that all the participants can understand the role of nutrient in immune response. Either it is a single nutrient or it is interactions of some nutrient, and also maybe it functions in innate immunity or in adaptive immunity. So now it's time for Q&A session for the offline participants. For those of you want to give question, you can raise your hand. Okay, we got one. Okay, and after that we are going to move to the online participants. For the online participants who are willing to give a questions, you can raise hand and then we will give you the chance later. Excuse me, committee. Okay, you can come forward because the mic is here. Check.
Baik, terima kasih atas kesempatannya. Jadi perkenalkan, nama saya Adila Umaira Fadil dari angkatan 2020. Jadi pertanyaan saya itu mungkin pakai bahasa Indonesia saja. Jadi kenapa sih orang yang sudah melakukan vaksin COVID-19 dapat terjangkit kembali? Kira-kira faktor apa yang dapat menyebabkan hal itu? Mungkin itu saja dari saya.
Okay, thank you very much. Only one question? Okay. Okay, the second and the third. Yeah, Dr. Mahendran, the first question about why someone who have been vaccinated still reinfected again. Yeah. Now we are going to hear the second question.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity given to me. My name is Desika Winasivan. I'm from class 20. So my question is, Desika Winasti Imran. So my question is, how is the mechanism of changing one variant of COVID-19 into a new variant? And what are the factors that influence it? I think enough.
Okay, so your question about how is the mechanism the virus can be mutated so many times. Okay, thank you very much. The third, for online participants who are willing to give a question, you can raise your hand.
Thank you for the opportunity for me. I want to ask something. In Indonesia, kita ketahui masih banyak masyarakat yang belum sadar akan bahwa gizi itu berpengaruh sama sistem imunnya. Nah, I'm so curious, bagaimana di Malaysia sendiri, Pak? Seperti itu. Jadi kondisi masyarakat di Malaysia itu apakah sudah lebih peka terhadap bagaimana pengaruh gizi, konsumsi pokoknya zat gizi yang baik terhadap sistem imun? Ya, seperti itu pertanyaan saya. Thank you.
Okay, so the question about the awareness of the population in Malaysia regarding the nutrient and immunity, are they aware enough, or because in Indonesia it's still lack of awareness? Thank you. Okay, I think for now we have to answer these three questions, and then we will see for the online participants. Please, Mr. Mahendran.
Thank you, Pak. Semua soalan adalah bagus. Very common question. Semuanya ada impact dia. Okay, first question ya, mengapa mendapat infeksi walaupun sudah dapat vaksinasi? It's a common question. Saya dah cari cerita awal-awal ya. Body ni, kita ni, setiap masa sekarang pun ya, ada banyak pathogen sebelah kita. If kita tidak makan dengan betul, tidak ambil sarapan pagi saja pagi ni, awak datang laju-laju tak nak dengar saya punya ceramah, suruh datang sini tak makan sarapan pagi, imun akan terjejas. Cara pemakanan pagi itu tak betul, akan terjejas. Bukan imun cakap tunggu sekejap ya, saya pergi makan dulu. No, I nak tunggu. There's nothing. Body have to take care 24 hours, 365 days. Until you live in this world, body akan take care. So if let's say particular person sudah ambil vaksinasi tetapi tidak menjaga badan ataupun hygienik, infection masih boleh kena. Walaupun selsema biasa. Selsema biasa boleh dapat. Selsema biasa menurunkan imun. So kalau dia menurunkan imun, vaksin COVID, vaksin COVID sudah ada dalam badan tapi tidak mencukupi untuk nak tambah sebab your imun dah rendah already. So there is a peluang ya, virus ini boleh merebak. Dan soalan yang keduanya tentang mutated tu berkaitan juga. Mungkin vaksin ini yang kita bagi hanya untuk jenis ini sahaja sekarang. So, vaksin baru, baby baru, mak bapak dia baru, dia bagi the baby of the new virus masuk balik. So, this is how we get reinfected. This is what pakar pemakanan, pakar gizi, semua kita cakap, jangan hendakkan, jangan push aside a good balanced diet. You eat balanced diet every time. So soalan 1 dan soalan 2 adalah berkaitan. Mutation akan berlaku. Sebab apa? Manusia kita berbeza kan? Kita berbeza, pemikiran kita berbeza. So, virus pun ada pemikiran dia sendiri. They have their way of survival. They need to survive. So, they survive in different format. That's why pelbagai jenis virus berlaku. Dan juga dia bergabung dengan virus-virus lain. So, there is a possibility they can mutate themselves in a different format. Ini bukan kita yang tentukan, Tuhan yang tentukan. Kita kena belajar lagi banyak. Virus is something that not stop one point. Dia adalah evolving. So kita kena belajar virology untuk faham in the detail of the mechanism inside the system tu dalam virus ni. Pakar virology pun baru belajar COVID-19 strain 1, tapi strain 2 sudah wujud. Dia kena belajar balik strain 2, strain 3, dan sekarang monkeypox pula datang. So there's a new viral. So there's a new type of pox is coming up. So soalan ketiga tentang pemakanan dan kesedaran tentang imun ataupun dengan gizi pemakanan ya. Malaysia pun sama dengan Indo. Kita ni semua satu rumpun. Kita ikut adik-beradik kita semua sama saja. Orang suruh makan, dia tak makan juga. Kita faham. Kita pun ada overweight problem. We also have underweight problem. So, memang ada isu pemakanan. Pemahaman mungkin rendah. Tapi, kadang-kadang pemahaman ada, knowledge ada, tapi attitude dan practice-nya tak ada. They don't have the attitude to practice it. They know fried food is not good. Makanan bergoreng ya tidak bagus, tapi makan juga. Makanan sayur dan buah-buahan penting, tapi tak makan juga. Ada masalah. Kami masih lagi ada isu. Itulah sebabnya Persatuan Pemakanan Malaysia atau Nutrition Society of Malaysia every day, every time emphasizing balanced diet, fruit and vegetable. Itu yang paling penting kita kena war-warkan kepada semua rakyat. Satu Asia memang ada masalah yang dalam dari segi pemakanan, especially on fruits and vegetable. Kita tidak mencukupi, rekomendasi tidak mencapai. 3 serving saja tau. 3 serving vegetable, 2 serving fruit. Tak sampai lagi. Belum sampai. Kita tak melebihi. Tapi protein melebih-lebih ada. Okay. I hope I answered ya Pak.
Ya, oke. Oke, terima kasih banyak Dr. Mahendran. Thank you very much ya. Jadi buat yang bertanya ada hal yang berkaitan dengan kedisiplinan kita ya. How we are disciplined in our life. Kemudian juga tentang gizi seimbang. Jadi ini harus selalu diingat, diterapkan setiap hari ya. Day by day ya. Jangan dilupakan dan jangan ditinggalkan. Now we move to the online participants. Okay, one participant raise hand. Ms. Linda Ayuriska Putri, please unmute yourself.
Okay, got it. Well, thank you very much. It's echoing. Pakai mic, okay. Okay, am I audible?
Yes. Good.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and I would like to say welcome to Mr. Mahendran. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation for this international expert lecture. We are very happy to have you today. And then, yes, you have shared a very delightful insight for us, especially for me as well. And then I understand that you already talked about the cytokine before. And then during the pandemic, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic, is very often I found some news about the cytokine storms. I don't know if it's quite common in Malaysia, but in Indonesia, there are several cases about the cytokine storms. I was curious, has it correlated with the sport? I mean, the cytokine storm, how does the sport affect the chance to have the cytokine storm to people with the COVID-19 or with low immune system? I think that's all. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Dr. Mahendran, you can answer it.
True. Thank you, Linda. Very good question. Yeah, immune system can be react. I would say react in a very fast millisecond if there is a pathogen or something that's coming inside the body. So this is like a storm, they call it. It works very fast and then attacking not only one type, they go every angle. Immunoglobulin will start jumping. If you put in a cartoon ways, you can see they're jumping. There's something coming inside my house. Cytokine will be doing the same thing. Pathocytes will come inside. All these things can work. So it can cause detrimental to the health as well. If it is a storm not being taken control, if in the common situation, we know that taufan or anything comes that, yeah, if it is a changes take place without subsiding, then this is very bad. So it is a sudden acute increase in the circulating part, especially in the pro-inflammatory cytokines, IL-6, IL-1, and so forth. But overproduction may cause us positive, but also can cause negative impact there. So in sports, the first time they do, if let's say, Linda, you never done any exercise before, I suddenly ask you to go run for 20 meter or 20 meter only, you know, and zigzag kind of thing. It is a storm for your body. So that can cause what? You feel fatigue very fast. And you start angry also. You know, reaction, isn't it? Why this man, Mahendran, asked me to run around and I'm not ready and I'm not used to it. So this reaction can cause also to the body. But when you already been doing daily, you are the national athlete and I ask you go for 20-meter run. Simple only for you, no problem. So this reaction doesn't work for an athlete who already been in practice. But first timer, yes. That's why even in the COVID time, what we recommend them to do, simple stretching exercise first, then only start walking, movement and everything on. No running. Why? You also need to wear a mask and run outside, or you can run within the house or walk as much as possible in the house. That's what we recommend. And do resistance training, not to go find gym, all the instrument, put it in the house and start carrying. No. Simple exercise, 5 kilo of rices or 1 kilo of water, carry watching TV, standing up and everything. So this kind of exercise shouldn't have an impact to the reaction to the storm cytokines and everything. Okay, so shall I answer that thing?
Okay, thank you very much. So we have to start from the light one to the moderate one.
Yes, true. Thank you.
Okay, do we still have participants? Questions? Online participants, you can raise your hand. Raise hand. Or I mean, okay, we have one participant from this is the master of ceremony.
Oh yeah, please.
Where is the mic? Okay, please hand over the mic. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for the chance My name is Fatima Tuzahra. I would like to have a question to Mr. Mahendran Apukri. And my question is, well, sir, in Indonesia, our president is already have a regulation that in public situation, people can take out their mask. And my question is, what about in Malaysia? Is there any regulation that the president has already announced or regulation or how the Malaysia government react to this COVID-19? I think that's all. Thank you.
Is the question clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
I
okay, yes.
understand. It's very common question everywhere. Government have put an endorsement that in a very big public open space, you don't need to wear your mask. You don't need to wear your mask. But if you wanted to wear, no harm. It's your own protection. Let's say you are in public, but you are having a coughing issue, normal coughing, not COVID. You have tested, you are negative, but you are having COVID. What do you call a cough? So you don't want to cough in front of everybody. People get scared and everything. So you can wear your mask, no harm. I know some people nowadays, they see people who are wearing masks is as though they are sick patient. No, they are not sick. They are preventing it from getting sick. Because let's say you are in a shopping mall, it's considered sometimes it's open, sometimes it's closed. So for me, I always wear, even going to temple, mosque and everything, I would recommend people to wear because you are next to each other. If you distance it up a little bit, it's fine. If you know the person very well, it's okay. If I know Linda or Ansa very well, I can go next, then I'm okay. I don't know a person who are different type of people will be next to me. I wanted to protect myself because one thing you may say, I jaga diri sendiri dulu. Why? Back home, you got so many people to take care. So you really need to do. In our country, same concept. President, like what President of Indonesia mentioned, our Prime Minister have mentioned about it. Based on Ministry of Health, they recommend open space, yeah, no need mask. But don't need to scan the, we have a My Sejahtera, so we don't need to do that, and we can move around. But wearing mask, but I see many people in Malaysia also, even yesterday, yeah, I went for a temple wedding, nobody bothered to wearing mask, or they wear mask like this. The nose still open. So what is the purpose of wearing it? When they re-get, like what one of the question asked, oh, I already vaccinated, why are you still getting? This is one of the factors. You are calling the infection. Please come, take care of me. They ask you to wash or use sanitizer. They don't do that. They think that that's, fine, endemic, everything is fine. Your body need to be taken care. You should know. You not enough sleep. Siapa tahu, Pak Ansar tahu saya tidur cukup atau tidak? Tak. Saya sendiri yang saya tahu saya tak cukup tidur. If I slept less than 8 hours, it is my body reacting to myself. I'm putting impact, pressure, mentally work and everything all. But kita dah routine, macam academic ya, Pak Ansar, we all lah, pukul 12 tak ada orang tidur lah. We will be working with the computers. We will be sitting in front of computers until 1 o'clock maximum. Kadang-kadang sampai 2 atau 3 pagi pun ada. Tapi pagi pukul 5 dah bangun. Routine, tapi body dah adjust. Tapi let's say lah, one day you wake up 3 o'clock and then you work whole day and then you didn't sleep. Your body immune goes down already. Because you're tired. When you're tired, your body knows your immune goes down. You need a good sleep and good food to eat. Not bergoreng-goreng, too much of Maggi mee, kuih tiao goreng, of noodles, fried noodles. No, please don't take that kind of food. So in the wearing mask, I feel that individual responsibility. Di Jepun ya, sebelum COVID datang ni semua. Sebelum COVID. Kalau dia ada semua saja dia akan pakai. Even in train, commonly they wear. Ni kita nampak dia, mungkin saya pun rasa juga dulu, ni sakit ke dia ni? Why you are wearing mask? Tapi itu adalah satu praktis yang dibawa oleh Jepun daripada lama. Memang dah biasa. I am having cold, I wanted to wear because I don't want to pass over. Itulah budaya yang kita perlu bawa. This is the culture that we should bring up now. And COVID teaches a lot of disciplines in this area. So I personally say, if you are in a crowd, you can wear or follow the instruction of the institution wherever you are. In shopping mall in Malaysia, masih lagi kena pakai mask. Masih lagi. Some people, they don't bother. Dia masuk dekat depan, dia pakai, lepas tu dia buka. Because the security guard is no more there to check them. But otherwise, I feel that it's personal, individual rights already. Thank you, Fatima. Very good question, Fatima. Educate more people.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mahendran. Any more questions? Okay, we still have question, Dr. Mahendran.
No problem.
Okay.
Mungkin semua sudah faham.
Please hand over the mic.
Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Rizka Nur Aulia dari Angkatan 21. Di sini saya ingin bertanya, bagaimana kita ketahui bahwa mineral dan vitamin sangat penting untuk tubuh kita. Dan masyarakat Indonesia sekarang banyak yang belum sadar akan gizi terhadap imunnya. Dan saya ingin mengetahui bagaimana cara Bapak agar kita dapat meningkatkan imun untuk tubuh kita. Dan yang kita ketahui sekarang banyak masyarakat yang belum sadar akan imunnya sendiri. Dan apakah cara Bapak hanya akan melakukan edukasi terhadap masyarakat? Baik, terima kasih.
Okay, thank you very much. So the question about how do we educate or advocate the community, so there will be enhancement of awareness regarding nutrition or immunity immune for public community like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, pelajar tu. Very good question ini. How to educate? Kita belum tentu lagi. Di mana-mana dunia, satu dunia belum tahu lagi macam mana nak buat. Sebab apa? We don't have a tablet to give. We don't have a tablet. Tapi satu cara yang paling penting yang kita amalkan daripada dulu sampai sekarang, that's only one way that we are emphasizing is education. You have to educate, constant education perlu buat. Seregular. Kalau di Malaysia, kita ada bulan pemakanan Malaysia. Bulan pemakanan, Nutrition Month Malaysia. So you boleh jalankan satu aktiviti, tanya mereka, ada tak makan buah hari ini? Buah apa you makan? Tahu tak apa nutrien dalam tu? Kalau tak tahu, biar saya tunjukkan. So teach them in that way. Air kosong, mineral, what they call, ask them to drink a lot of water. Get them a water bottle and show them. Baca label tu. Label itu penting. Sebab ramai yang tidak baca label. Susah payah ahli gizi ataupun ahli food scientist ataupun regulatory yang susah-susah dia pergi buat food labeling ni. Tapi satu orang pun tak baca. Yang dibacanya harga. Bila expire, itu saja. Itu manusia mana-mana. Di overseas also same. So we have to constantly kena buat. And in my understanding, for teaching the mineral dan vitamin, tak boleh pergi mengajar macam tu. Saya nak ajar anda hari ini apa tu vitamin larut air, apa tu vitamin larut lemak. Dia lari terus. Sebab public have no time for listening. What you can tell them? Do you take vitamin C? Ataupun tanya dia, ada ambil buah limau? Ada. Tahu tak dalam buah limau ada ni. Macam tu kena beritahu mereka. Daripada, ada tak ambil vitamin C? Oh, makan. Saya telan tablet tiap-tiap hari 500 mg. Satu. Okey, bagus. Kalau you ambil 10 biji sekali harum, walaupun dia larut dalam air, boleh keluar dalam air kencing anda. 10 biji boleh makan ke? Tak boleh kan? Sebab apa? Konsentrasi dia tinggi. Akan efek your liver, hati akan di-effect. What we recommend, kalau makan 10 biji buah limau oren ni, tak ada apa pun berlaku. Yang lebih-lebihnya, lawas saja. You akan pergi toilet very often. Itu saja. So, ada dua benda berbeza. Simple manner. Senang kita nak ajar mereka. Contoh sebegini kena ajar. Practical lah. They have to be very practical. Because public, ada yang belajar, ada yang terlalu tinggi pelajaran, walaupun doktor, walaupun dia PhD, walaupun apa saja dia pharmacist pun, tak makan buah-buahan pun ada. Buatlah kajian. Buatlah kajian. Berapa ramai yang pakar-pakar doktor ni yang makan buah-buahan tiap-tiap hari? Buatlah. Tak ada. We will see there will be some number yang tak makan. Walaupun dia medical doctor. Walaupun dia pharmacist. Dan tanya mereka berapa biji vitamin yang you telan satu hari. Dia akan ceritakan multivitamin. Ini namanya ini very powerful. Makan satu biji saja satu hari semua selesai. Sampai bila kau nak makan? Sampai bila? Kalau buah limau makan 10 biji tak ada masalah. Tak masuk hospital sakit jantung ke tak ada. Sakit hati pun tak ada. Tapi makan tablet 10 biji masuk hospital terus. So this is kind of thing we have to educate. We are pakar. We are pakar gizi. Ini hak kita untuk mengajar mereka cara pemakanan dengan betul. Makan tempe. Makan. Tak ada masalah. Tapi tempe goreng kena wajib tengok. Sebab apa? Ada minyak. Macam-macam. Kita kena ajar mereka macam mana nak. Kerepek tempe. Nak makan boleh. Tapi janganlah makan sekilo. Ada. Kalau you letak kerepek tempe depan TV, sekilo apa? 2 kilo pun boleh masuk dalam mulut. Tanpa realize. Tanpa realize. So kita kena ambil apa orang cakap peluang ini sebagai pakar pemakanan ataupun in Indonesia you pakar gizi ahli gizi, you have to take initiative to go inside the public in this way. So tak ada ubat yang kita boleh ubah pemikiran manusia yang boleh mengamalkan sihat, makanan yang sihat, balanced diet. So cara yang paling boleh kita gunakan adalah pendidikan, constant, regular. That's my point. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Jadi seperti itu ya buat adik Rizka, bahwa edukasi yang kita lakukan itu harus continue, konsisten, dan juga berupaya agar masyarakat itu dapat mengonsumsi makanan lokal, ya tidak bergantung kepada suplemen dan obat-obatan. Ya. Baik, di belakang sepertinya ada tadi satu lagi. Nggak jadi?
Please tanya ya.
Ya, oke.
No worries.
Please hand over the mic, please.
Kalau malu, tulis dulu bagi dekat pensyarah, ahli dosen-dosen. Kalau malu nak tanya. I know, I also having same problem dekat student-student saya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oh, only the first boy, is it?
First of all, good talk. Thank you so much for sharing your thought today. And let me introduce myself first. I'm Pradana. And yeah, you talk a lot about exercise biochemistry and immunology, and that's my interest, my current interest. So my question is, if you look at the URT, the J curve that you put in your slide, my question is, what do you think when people doing more intense exercise, they will get more upper respiratory tract infection? How that can happen? That's the first question. And then the second question is, do you think intense exercise, when the muscle contraction more and more, consume metabolite like glucose and glutamine, making less substrate in body to be used for immune growth and proliferation. Or there is something happen with the immune cell if we compare before and after exercise. That's my question. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. So the first question about the respiratory tract infection, and the second related to immune cell proliferation.
Thank you. Very good question. Yeah, and please keep your interest growing. Never stop. This is a very important area to explore, especially in the new area of nutrition and also exercise. I don't see many in this region people are doing that. We need to improve more on this area. So your question on how an individual get URTI, especially in athletes, when they do high intensity exercise. You see, high intensity exercise we are given to the athletes. All athletes have to go through. Centralized training is actually high intensity exercise. But the coach say run 10 rounds. Athlete go do 15 rounds. Whose fault is this now? Is the coach or is the athlete? It is the athlete who did these wrong things. Extra 5. Why is he doing that? Is he doing for impress the coach, or is he without knowing he's suppressing his body system? So the question here is the athlete is suppressing his immune system by getting fatigue. Like what Linda was mentioning about it. I said, Linda, if you have not even done any exercise, I ask you to run what they call a 20 meter only and zigzag, and she feels tired and anger and everything. But for URTI, what is actually long distance running? When you run, your throat becomes dry. When your throat is dry, you open your mouth to breathe ready. More things can come in easier, right? So it direct to the upper tract infection. Once you get a cold or the common cough, yeah, how you want to run? You cannot run. Your prestasi akan menurun. That is where the relation came to URTI. So for an athlete, if they are going intense exercise, they must follow the FITT, frequency, intensity, time, and type of exercise, which is given by the coach. Don't go beyond that. If you go beyond that, you are exceeding. We tell people to sleep for 8 hours, minimum 7 hingga 8 jam setiap hari. Tapi kalau you tidur lebih, kalau saya tidur 10 jam, I will be more healthier. Sorry, body will go down. So it is all individual basis. So upper tract infection definitely can get if you do over exercise, overloading, not high intensity exercise saja, but overloading. Tapi untuk orang biasa yang tak pernah buat exercise, you bagi mereka, you start coughing already. When you start coughing, you cannot breathe properly. When you don't breathe properly, what happens? Your oxygen supply tak cukup, your VO2 max akan menurun. So I hope I answered that part on URTI. The second question on intense exercise on the immune system and also to the muscle. Yes, when you are doing intense exercise, your first reaction to the body is actually glucose. Glucose depletion akan berlaku. Muscle, skeletal muscle akan keluarkan glycogen yang di-store in the muscle to be used for the running. Either you do rowing, so hand is going to be upper body, or running, your leg is being used. So all these things, skeletal muscle work very hard and they supply, but at some extent they can deplete. Glutamine takkan masuk sini, glutamine comes from the liver side, they will supply to the brain. Because that's glucose, very important. Constant supply glucose atau glutamine is needed direct to the brain as well. So that's need to be taken care. Liver will do that part. Tapi sekiranya depleted di skeletal muscle, then liver have to supply, dia tak cukup. That's where we have a Cori cycle, the fatigue, yeah, your pyruvate and the lactic acid akan tukar akan kepada gula, glucose by the liver. But that is very little and sometimes take time. So the fatigue can cause you goes down. When you are fatigued, overall body fatigue, yeah, centrally, mentally, you're fatigued, your immune suppressed. Your immune suppressed, pathogen masuk. Bukan COVID saja, benda lain semua. Usually the cough, because athlete are running or moving something. Tapi main chest tak adalah. Main chest tak ada apa. Dia duduk saja, dia mentally stressed, tired, that's all. So in terms of intense exercise, intensity high exercise, the muscles glucose definitely will use up, and then the fatigue can come. When the fatigue comes, immune akan suppress. So this is where we have to really supply a very good food. That means constant supply of the glucose cannot be there. Tak boleh letak. They are running marathon, how to give them sugar and everything, cannot do that. Or they are running for 400 meters and everything. This is all we do earlier. Pre-nutrition, before exercise, they mean the competition start. 4 hours before, and then 2 hours before, 45 minutes before, we already start giving them supplements. Not to say supplements, food-based in a different formats and everything. Now they have gel format, they have liquid formats and everything. So it's a good question to understand the sport nutrition and relating it to the immunity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Mahendran, and thank you to Dr. Fendi for the great question. Now we have reached the end of this session. It's been 1 hour now, so before closing this session, I would like to ask Dr. Mahendran to give a closing statement, yeah, for your lecture today. Maybe 3 minutes, yeah, or 2 minutes. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Pak. My basic understanding with the title, yeah, nutrition modulation by the response of immunity, is a very good topic. Integrating two things inside one. Both are science, nutrition, immunology, to understand how immune works with the supply of our food. So body need to be response to whatever we eat. If we eat limau, what we will get? Vitamins, very well, fiber. Tapi kalau makan tablet saja, you dapat vitamin saja, tak ada fiber dalam tu. So there is a role to play. And then I also incorporated the gut system. Very important gut system. Tolong jaga your gut system. How to jaga? By the diet. Look for a proper advice from the nutritionist and get the understanding from there first. When you understand your physiology, you will understand your gut system very well and apply with the proper balanced diet from for better immune system and healthy life. In one of my slides, Prof. Amu have shared that in order to remain healthy, you need to remain good food for your immune system. So with that, I thank you, all of you. Thank you so much for inviting me here, and thanks to Linda Putri for bringing me here. I feel like I feel like I should be there and meet all of you individually and deliver and talk to all of you for this. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. What a great closing statement. Demikianlah akhir dari kuliah pakar kita pada hari ini. Kami dari moderator memohon maaf apabila dalam pelaksanaan kuliah pakar pada hari ini ya we make something wrong, ya mungkin ada sesuatu yang salah yang kami lakukan, ya mohon dimaafkan. Demikian kami tutup. Sebelum kami kembalikan kepada MC, kami tutup. Selamat siang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, thank you very much to the moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, we will move to the next agenda. The next agenda will be the delivery of certificates to the presenter as a form of respect and our gratitude for the knowledge that was shared today. The certificate will be given by the coordinator of Nutrition Study Program, Mrs. Siti Ika Fitrasya, Asgazat MSc. To Mrs. Siti Ika, please.
All right. Well, we would like to present this certificate as an appreciation to you, sir, for sharing your knowledge with us today. We do appreciate and great thanks. Here we are.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next will be the delivery of certificate to the moderator and will be given by the coordinator of Nutrition Study Program, Faculty of Public Health. To Mrs. Siti Ika Fitrasya, please.
Okay. It's my certificate.
Well, thank you. And the next agenda is the documentation. And for all of the lecturer of Nutrition Study Program, please, you may come to in front to take a picture. And the moderator too, please. Yeah, for all of the lecturer of Nutrition Study Program, you may come to in front to take a picture. Okay. Well, to Professor Mahen, you also will be included in the frame, so we would like to take a picture with you.
Thank you. Hey, baby pun datang.
One, two, and three. Smile. Okay, once again. One, two, and three. Cheers. Okay, once again with the camera. Well, we are going to close this event. And to close this activity, I would like to say thank you for the outstanding speaker who has sharing the knowledge today. Also would like to say thank you very much to our moderator who has led the discussion, and to all of our extraordinary participants who have actively participated in our lecture today. I hope that it can add more knowledge and may be beneficial for all of us. Thank you. Last but not least, on behalf of the Committee of the Nutrition Study Program, Faculty of Public Health, Tadulako University, we would like to thank for all the participation, and we wish to meet you again in the next event. Thank you, and we do apologize for all mistakes made during this event. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next event. Me, Fatimatu Zahra, as the Master of Ceremony, will close this event. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, to Professor Mahen, we want to take a picture with you. So
Sure.
Yeah.
No worries, Ken, please.
With all of the participants. So can we?
Yes, please.
Okay. All the participants. Maybe we can have a picture with Professor Mahen. Maybe the. Well, this is a call for all the lecturers. Please come to in front to take a picture again. And also the. Oh yeah, and the moderator too. So Mr. Amsar, please. The photo will be taken in 1, 2, and 3. Smile. And thumbs up, please. Okay, to all of the grade of 2019, you are requested. You are invited to take a picture with us, with the lecture. To angkatan 2019. You are invited to take a picture with Professor Mahen.
Yes, please, no problem.
Okay, thank you. And then the next one, the angkatan 2020, you are invited to take a picture with us. Lagi-lagi di atas. Kalau tidak mau di sebelah sana, di sebelah sini. To all the lecture, you are invited to come in front. Mr. Fendi, please. The moderator also can take a picture with us. To Mr. Mahen?
Yeah.
Pak Master. Okay, please be ready. Thank you. And now for the grade of 2021, you are invited to come to in front to take a picture. Angkatan 2021, please. Angkatan 2021 boleh mengambil picture di depan. Please be quickly. Okay, to Mr. Mahen, we are really sorry if it is too late.
No problem, no problem. No worries.
Maybe this is will be the last one.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, will be the last one. Sorry, sir. Okay, please be quick. It's okay, ma'am. It will be the last. Okay, thank you very much. We are really would like to say thank you very much to Mr. Mahen, and we are very grateful to have you here. And maybe I want to close this meeting. You can leave the meeting, and we would like to say bye-bye, and thank you very much to Mr. Mahen.
Take care, take care, take care.
See you.
See you.
I love you.
Love you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
The Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I will exit. Bye.
Oh yeah, we will end the Zoom meeting. See you
All right.
next time, sir.
Yeah.